My memories when I was growing up in Kingsport, we were raised on Maple Street, lived at 942 Maple Street. We didn't have TV or whatever. I think we had a radio that we listened to occasionally, but we were basically out shooting marbles, playing basketball, flying kites, playing football, and outside riding bicycles, whatever. So I think it was a good time to grow up. I wouldn't trade that for anything. My grandfather was first chief of police when Kingsport was incorporated, I think. He was a chief and had one policeman. Scobie started up on Fort Henry Drive in 46, and I hopped curb up there. It was just a little building we rented for $20 a month, and that's where Scobie started. One time I was taking the shrimp out. I'd never tried shrimp. I said, yeah, it's good. And so I went back out to see how he liked them, and I said, how's that? He said, well, pretty good, but the ends of them was kind of tough. It eating tails and all. Then we moved over here in 48, and then it started out in a 20 by 40 building and then grew to about 30,000 square feet. So, well, I got the idea for pals. When I was in the Air Force in the early 50s in Austin, Texas, there was a place there called 2J's, but when I saw that, I said, well, this is a good way to be in the restaurant business. You didn't have dishes to wash. People came up and got the food and took it with them. I asked them if I could come in and see it, told them my parents were arrested, but they were very secretive. So I would come after work with binoculars and sit at the back of the lot, and they had the old-timey NCR registers where you had the 20 and the 5 and the 25 cents would pop up. I kept a notepad and I'd keep track of their sales, and I'd count the people in there and knew a little bit about food costs. So that's where that was my benchmarking. The only thing then, they didn't call it benchmarking, they called it spying. Now they call it benchmarking. When I first started in the store on Revere Street, next year will be 60 years. And I intended to be there. I was there at 8 in the morning until 10 at night, and came home and slept, and I wish it was 8 o'clock so I could be back. If you don't feel that way about what you're doing, you better find something else to do. But I was there 7 days a week like that, and had no intention of anything but one store. But then the opportunity presented itself, and did the second and the third store, and then it kind of grew from there. But we feel like education is paramount in producing a great workforce. We do that in our training in the stores also. We have a very extensive training program. People wonder, well, go in and follow Joe and do what he does. We don't believe in that. We start and we have everything documented. We have everything on PowerPoint. We use flashcards, and we feel like that's important. We have people come back to us, kids that's out of high school and get out of college, and they come back and say, when we worked for PAL, we didn't realize how much we were learning, and it helped us in the business that we're in now. So that makes you feel real good to know that you helped a lot, and I think the things that we do help them in their high school work too, the kids that work at PAL, because they realize the importance of an education. It took us about 5 years, and it cost quite a bit of money to do it, but it's been well worth it. And now we have PAL's Business Excellence Institute where we train other people. We've had people come from all over the world. We've had thousands of people come through our class, and right now we're usually doing about 2 classes a month of 2-day classes. Like our most popular class is Achieving World-Class Results, and we'll do usually about 2 of those a month with about 24 people in each class. So it's been well worth it, and we'd never go back to the old way of doing things. I really admire, I guess, the citizens of Kingsport and the way they volunteer for everything. The carousel is a recent example of how many people got together to make that a reality. And another one, which I was involved in, was the field house at Dobbins Bennett. We got together and raised the money and built the field house, in which we're awful proud of. in the last 10, 15, 20 years, the things that have happened in Kingsport, like the revitalization of downtown, and we've had a lot of people responsible for that. And I know the chamber just does a great job. We have the largest chamber dinner in the country, and we have 1,800 people attend the chamber meeting. So I think it's a great place to live. And as far as our business is concerned, we feel like we have a great workforce of young people and dedicated people, and we're just real proud of that.